Hey everybody, it's me and it's time for another Frankly Speaking. In this episode, we're going to be talking about HOAs. That's right, homeowners associations. So you might want to stick around for this one, especially the end when I give some well-deserved advice for the HOA ladies. Here we go. Let's kick it off right now. Hey everybody, it's Frank Elliott and we're here with another Frankly Speaking. Today we're talking about HOAs. That's right, homeowners associations. Now I'm not saying that all HOAs are bad and I'm not saying that all HOAs are good. But I know that there are plenty of HOAs out there where you just got people that are just too busy worrying about what the neighbor's doing. Let's face the facts, okay? You buy a house, you want it in a nice community, but they don't want you to wash your car at your house. You're not allowed to do that in your driveway. Come again? Why am I not allowed to wash my car? Well, it leaves soap bubbles on the road. Well, it could deteriorate the drains faster or clog up the drains. Well, Miss Karen across the street doesn't like it because she can't do her own car, I guess. I don't know what the case may be. But look, I've looked into HOAs. I almost got into one in Pittsburgh at one time. And when I found out that my door had to be a certain color and I had to have a flag out that was at a certain point on the house, and I couldn't have more than one lamp post out on the sidewalk, I couldn't put up any Christmas decorations that weren't actually attached to the house, things like that, I thought to myself, who are these people? So not only do you have that nonsense to deal with, and you got the people who are constantly up your butt, you're doing it wrong, I'm reporting you, I'm calling the police, you're not allowed to, whatever, okay? I can't paint my house the color that I want my house because, well, it might interfere with their plans. Listen, it's overkill. An HOA can be a great thing or it can be a devastating thing. Make sure that before you get involved in an HOA, you know all the rules. You know everything that you need to know to live there. For example, know that every time that they pave roads or line roads, the residents are going to split it up among all of them. So you not only do you pay HOA fees, but you also have to pay for that, street cleaning. So every time somebody clears the snow off the road, you're getting a bill. That's right. A lot of HOAs will send you a bill every time they do anything. By the way, if you mow your grass yourself, you could be facing a penalty if you don't do it to the manicured specifications. And you have to mow it within so many days of each mowing and that sort of thing. I mean, I've seen some craziness on these HOA rules and things like that. Like, really? Do you realize that with some HOAs, you're not even allowed to have a party? You can't have a pool party with your own family members. Why? Because too many cars are parked on the street or in your driveway. You're not allowed to have more than 2 cars in your driveway, even though it's long enough to fit 10. You know why? Well, it interferes with the neighbor's life events. Well, listen, if I have a kid and I have a birthday party for the kid, or what if it's my 50th birthday or my anniversary or something, and the kids come over and want to throw us a party? So you're telling me I'm not even allowed to do that? You're not allowed to cook out on your deck because, well, the smell could offend others. Really? So now you can't even grill out in some HOAs. I actually did some research on HOAs that stated, and I mean this wholeheartedly, that if you had plumbing issues, you had to use a specific company. If you had electrical issues, you had to use a specific electrician. If you had lawn care needs, you had to use a specific lawn care company. If you had anything that you needed to do, it had to go through specific approved vendor. Before you go signing any contracts into an HOA, make sure you read all the fine print and know everything that you need to know about it. I will never be a part of an HOA because I'm not going to let somebody else tell me how to manage my own house. If I want to paint my house black and gold for Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll do it. If I want to paint it tan like every other house on the block, I'll do it. If I want to have a brick house or a siding house, that's up to me. That's not up to somebody else. Unless you're paying for my house, you don't get to tell me jack squat for my house. Okay? If I want to have a little shed building out back, like I do, I'm not going to let some woman who doesn't have one or can't afford one tell me that I'm not allowed to have one because, well, it messes with her mind. Or, well, it just looks, it's not what she wants it to look like. Or you can't have a pool and a fence because we can't see what's going on. That's why. They're just nosy, busybody neighbors. That's all an HOA is anymore. And everybody's so interested in suing and causing problems and calling the police. So why bother? Buy a piece of property, start your own. Now, the part that I'm going to say to all the HOA people that think that they know best for their neighbors, butt out! Stay out of their business. It's none of your business what's going on in their house. If they want to have a party for their kid, why don't you let them? I mean, has it really gotten to that point where we just want to micromanage everybody? Listen, I understand if you got a nuisance property in your neighborhood that's bringing down the value of the properties, that's one thing. But you can't paint it that color because, well, I don't like it and it's an eyesore for me. Nobody cares about your opinion. And your opinion is none of my business. I will never be in an HOA. And I recommend you not be in one either. But that's just my thoughts. You do what you want to do. If you want to be in an HOA, go ahead. I say, like I said before, buy your own property, put your own fence and gate in, and don't worry about these people. It's crazy how much people think that they can just tell everybody what to do, you know? I don't understand when this became a thing. And I don't know who started this and said this was a great idea. Let's let the neighborhood decide what colors everything's going to be. I don't want my house to look like everybody else's. I don't want to have the same door color as my neighbor. It's no person. It's like having the same personality. You know, if everybody had the same personality, this would be a boring world. So anyway, unless they're trashing the place and it becomes a public nuisance, leave them be. Let's change these HOAs to fit what they should be, and that's protecting property value versus dictating what everybody can do. I'm in the HOA. Well, guess what, lady? So am I. I don't give a rat's butt what you think. I'm not in the HOA, obviously, because I will never be in the HOA. So, anyway, I hope this makes sense. I hope this is some real world. I wanted to say that, but my face went. So anyway, real world advice for you, and I hope you got something out of it. So until next time, be happy, be safe, be healthy, and get out of here.